स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Let us spend a few minutes in silence and meditation on the divine blissful form of our Ishtadevata, Sri Ramakrishna. Slowly inhale and exhale the energy, the prana shakti, with a calm mind, with a peaceful mind, with a concentrated mind. We can visualize the form of Sri Ramakrishna or your Ishtadevata in your own heart. Mind is like a lake, a big reservoir. If we go on throwing stones, it will be disturbed, muddy water. All the beauty, all the pleasantness, all the happiness will be destroyed. Avoid throwing stones of desires into the lake of the mind. हृदयकमलमध्ये राजितं निर्विकल्पं सदसदखिलभेदा अतीतं एकस्वरूपं प्रकृतिविकृतिशून्यं नित्यमानन्दमूर्तिं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। Let us meditate on Sri Ramakrishna, worship Sri Ramakrishna with a few flowers. Do namaskaram, Shashtanga namaskaram at the lotus feet of Sri Ramakrishna or your Ishtadevata, seated in your own heart on a lotus, a beautiful lotus. Sri Ramakrishna is Paramahamsa, the great swan, who is without any mala, any stain, vimala, Paramahamsam. Sri Ramakrishna is Nityam Anandamurtim, the embodiment of eternal joy. Beyond the 6 modifications, from birth to death. Mentally offer your salutations to Ma Sharda Devi also, to the Divine Mother, Holy Mother, Jagat Janani, Jagan Mata, Jagadamba, Jagat Dhatri, Karunamayi, Anandamayi, Ma Sharada. She is also seated next to Sri Ramakrishna. She is Rajarajeshwari, Saraswati. Let us offer our salutations and pray to the Divine Mother for Buddhi, Shakti, Shanti, Vidya. Let us offer our namaskaram to Swami Vivekananda, seated to the right of Sri Ramakrishna in our own heart. Murta Maheshwara, Ujjvala Bhaskara, Swami Vivekananda. Offer your pranam to your Guru, through whom you are blessed into the spiritual path, through the mantra. Has initiated a new process in your life. It can be our Sangha Gurus, President Maharaj or the Vice President Maharaj, from whom you have been blessed by a mantra, Sri Ramakrishna mantra. Offer pranam, chant the Guru Stotram, offer some flowers, from fruit. Offer your ego, everything at the lotus feet, and be free, be blessed. Let us pray for the well-being of all people, the good of all people, the health of all people. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ। Let us chant, sing 3 shlokas of Bhaja Govindam. First one, Bhaja Govindam, etc. Moda Jahi Hidhanagama Trishna and Nari Sthanabara Nabhidesh. First verse, all of you together. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam bhaja modhamate, bhaja Govindam. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukram karane. Samprapte sannihite nahi nahi rakshati dukram karan. Moda jahi hidhanagama trishnam. Repeat. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishnam. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishnam. यल्लभसे निज कर्मोपातम् यल्लभसे निज कर्मोपातम् वित्तं तेन विनोदय चित्तम् वित्तं तेन विनोदय चित्तम् भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं again भज गोविन्द loudly नारीस्तनभरनाभिदेशम् दृष्ट्वा मागामोहावेशम् एतन्मांसवसादिविकारम् मनसि विचिन्तय वारं वारम् भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति डुकृङ्करणि भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति डुकृङ्करणे. O fool, Bhaja Govindam, chant the mantra, sing the mantra, worship Govinda, again and again Shankara is insisting. O Modhamate, O foolish one, why? Samprapte sannihite kale, once the hour of death draws nearby, as it is coming, nothing is permanent, nothing will save you. Everything is rushing toward death. From birth to death. Mrityu, mrityave swaha, it is eating away everything. In the lecture on Maya and illusion, Swamiji gives a serious note about this kala, death, which is so terrifying. But that is the fact of life. He says, time or kala, the avenger of everything, comes and nothing is left. Time, the avenger of everything, comes and nothing is left. He swallows up the saint and the sinner, the king and the peasant, the beautiful and the ugly. Yavar nodil pedutundi kalam. He likes everybody. And says, come, don't stay here. Everything is rushing towards that one goal, destruction. Our knowledge, our arts, our sciences, everything is rushing towards it. Our sciences, yeah. None can stem the tide. None can hold it back for a minute. We may try to forget it. In the same way that persons in a plague-stricken city try to create oblivion by drinking, dancing, and other vain attempts, and so becoming paralyzed. So we are trying to forget, trying to create oblivion by all sorts of sense pleasures. And this is Maya. Samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshati dukrunkarane. Muda jahihi dhanagama trishnam. This Maya is very, very dangerous. Two ways have been proposed. One is, which everyone knows, very common. It may be very true, but do not think of it. Make hay while the sun shines. Go on enjoying materialism, charvakas. Go on feeding your body, go on enjoying the body, go on enjoying the wealth. That was Charvaka philosophy at one time in India. Make hay while the sun shines. It is all true, it is a fact, but do not mind it. Go on enjoying. Seize the few pleasures you can, do what little you can, do not look at the dark side of the picture, but always towards the hopeful of the positive side. There is some truth, but there is also big danger. The truth is that it is good motive power. Hope and positive ideal are very good motive powers. But there is a certain danger in them. Jagrata, jagrata. Saudhan, saudhan. What is the danger? The danger lies in our giving up this struggle in despair. Such is the case with those who preach. Take the world as it is, sit down as calmly and comfortably as you can, and be contented with all these miseries. When you receive blows, say they are not blows but flowers. And when you are driven about like slaves, say that you are free. Day and night tell lies to others and to your own souls, because that is the only way to live happily. This is what is called practical wisdom. Never was it more prevalent in the world than in the 19th century. Doesn't matter, 21st also same. Same vasanas, same music, same dancing. Because never were harder blows hit than at the present time. Never was competition keener. Never were men so cruel to their fellow men as now. Therefore must this consolation be offered. It is put forward in the strongest way at the present time. But it fails as it always must fail. We cannot hide a carrion with roses. What is a carrion? Dead body, rotten body. It is impossible. It would not avail long, for soon the roses would fade and the carrion would be worse than ever before. So with our lives. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrang karane. We may try to cover our old and festering sores with cloth of gold, but there comes a day when the cloth of gold is removed and the sore means that ugly infection, pundu. The sore in all its ugliness is revealed. Is there no hope then? Is it all despair? Is it all gone case? We are all doomed as it were? No. Is there no hope? True it is that we are all slaves of Maya, born in Maya, live in Maya. Is there no way out? See, very, very important questions. We are in a flow of materialism, flow of our desires and forgetting the truth. That is why these questions of Swamiji or the lecture of Vivekananda compared to Gnana Yoga, when we have a comparative study, it helps us to solve our problems. That we are all miserable, that this world is really a prison, that even our so-called beauty is but a prison house, and that even our intellects and minds are prison houses, have been known. Telisana Vishayame, ages and ages this message has come. Temporary, ephemeral, destructive, objective. There is no truth in it. We know it. Old people feel it most. We find that with all this, with this terrible fact before us, in the midst of sorrow and suffering, even in this world where life and death are synonymous, even here, there is still a small voice that is ringing through all ages, through every country and in every heart. What is that beautiful voice, that sublime divine voice? This Maya, this my Maya is divine. made up of qualities and very difficult to cross. Mama Maya Duratyaya. Who told this? Sri Krishna tells this. Yet those that come unto me cross the river of life. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karne. Who will protect? Bhaja Govindam. Bhaja Govindam. That is our protection. That is our security. That is our caution deposit. This is the voice that is leading forward. Man has heard it. He is hearing it through all ages. This voice comes to men when everything seems to be lost and hope has vanished. When man's dependence on his own strength has been crushed and everything seems to melt away, life is a hopeless ruin, then he hears it. This is called religion. This is called sadhana. We add these words to it. Again, religion means we will go into narrow boxes of Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. Religion is sadhana. Religion is realization. Religion is Bhaja Govindam. So, what is the first verse telling? Bhaja Govindam, samprapte, sannihite kale. When the death is coming, approaching, when you are becoming old and destructive and degenerative of your body, mind, lungs and all this flesh in the body. But why don't you think early? Why are you waiting for that time? Then think of God, it is useless. So you have to be very serious and jump into the world of moksha, into mumukshu. It is called inquiry, not enquiry. Inquiry means I want to know the truth. That is why meditate till light flashes into your head. Swami Turiyanandaji says, meditate till light flashes into your head and the Atman stands self-revealed. That is the pattu, that is the hold, that is the grip that we should not give up, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are. That is why second shloka says, Mooda jahi hi dhanagama trishna, artha purushartha. As I said last Sunday, Shankara is not denying the value of wealth. He doesn't want us to be obsessed with that trishna, thirst for wealth. Do your dharma, carry out your work, but your goal should be in front of you. Moksha, moksha, moksha. Freedom, freedom, freedom is the song of the soul. Swamiji's poem is there, Freedom, the Song of the Soul. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishnam, hoarding gold and precious gems. Content yourself with what may come through deeds performed in earlier lives. Nija karmopattam. Devote your mind to righteousness. Sadbuddhi. That is Viveka Buddhi. Keep on talking to the mind. Hey, Manasa, what are you doing? Which direction are you going? When you are going with a new driver, you give caution to him, is it not? Does he know the way? Does he know where more traffic is? You are very cautious, you are alert. If you are sleeping, he may go anywhere in the wrong direction also. So, Kuru Sadbuddhim. Maintain that buddhi. Maintain that focus. What is that focus? Bhaja Govindam. Do not give up that focus. That is your compass. Then what happens? Vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Content yourself with what may come through deeds performed in earlier lives. Or in this life, whatever is your capacity, karma. And let dispassion be your law. Vittam tena vinoda anandam. Vinoda means enjoy, relax, go, see the world, see the pilgrimage center, see the Dwadashalinga, see the Shaktipitas, go see Kashmir, see the Himalayas, go, no problem. As long as you have a compass called Bhaja Govindam. As long as you have a warning called Nahi Nahi Rakshati. Keep that and move on forward. Don't get stuck up. Don't be swayed by this Maya. And if you want to be free from Maya, hold on to Jagadamba, Jagadhatri, Mother Sharada. That is why Swamiji's letter to Mother, shall I go to America? That was the only question he wrote to Mother from Madras. 15 days it took for the letter to go and come back. Swamiji was waiting for that letter. He said, nothing doing, be patient. If Mother permits, I will go. And who is Mother? Maya, Jagadamba, Mahamaya. She has to permit, she has to bless him. Otherwise, what is the condition there? Where he will live, what he will eat? Mother's protection. What Mother wrote? Go, my child. I am seeing the Master is with you. I am with you. What more he wants? Within the next minute, Swamiji purchased the ticket, or was ready to pack up to go to Rajasthan, and from Rajasthan to Mumbai, and Mumbai 31st May 1893 he left. Rest is history. So it was Mother. So Swamiji is telling here same lessons. And now you see, another important point comes here. When he says, in plain language, do not lead a hypocritical life, lying life, a life of continuous fraud, covering all the sores in the best way you can. Go on putting patch after patch. You are a mass of patchwork only. This is what is called practical life. Religion begins with a tremendous dissatisfaction with the present state. O Modha, Jahihi Dhanagama Trishna. With our lives and a hatred, intense hatred for this patching up of life, an unbounded disgust for fraud and lies. And see the idea which he put forward as if he is telling Shankaras this one. Swamiji uses what is called Kathopanishad as a reference point in the lecture called Realization, which is all the summary of Kathopanishad, Swamiji's favorite Upanishad. The dialogue between Nachiketa and Yamadharmaraja on the Atma, on the truth of the Atman, on Punarjanma, etc. As you know the story, Nachiketa goes to Yamaloka. The great man is away from his house. It takes 3 days and 3 nights for him to come back. And Nachiketa is waiting for 3 days outside the house in Upavasam and meditation. Why? He has a purpose. He has Shraddha. And he uses that opportunity to clear some doubts. What is the first doubt? When I go back to my house, my father should receive me with love and affection. What a wonder. Who will tell like that? Because he has got Shraddha, he has no problem. And also, my father's bank deposit of Papam should reduce. Granted. Second, Varam. There is some yajna which they do. Why they do? Nobody is able to tell me. Since you are a Mahagnani, full of dharma, please answer, explain to me why that homa is done, why that yajnam is done. And Yama explains that. That is the second story. Then now the main thing comes, third boon comes. With the proper Upanishad starts. The boy said, there is this difficulty. In Bholoka, there is this difficulty. When a man dies, some say he is, and others say he is not. Instructed by you, I desire to understand this. Is there life after death? Is there no life after death? Since you are the Lord of death, please answer my question. Thamman, he got shocked. Yama was frightened. He was shocked. Why? 14-year-old boy. Video game time. Some entertainment, little ata-pata. What's Punarjanma? Where is the connection? What is the age? You see, Yama is shocked, he is surprised, he is frightened. He had been very glad to give the other 2 boons, but not this. Now he said, the gods in ancient times were puzzled on this point, my child. This subtle, sukshma prashna, This subtle question that you are asking is not easy. Is not easy to understand. Don't worry. It's not for you. Even gods also cannot understand. Oh Nachiketas, do not press me on this point. Release me. Ask anything else you like. The boy was determined. He knew the purpose for which he has gone. He says, what you have said is true, that even the gods cannot understand. And it is no easy matter to understand. But I cannot obtain another exponent like you, and there is no other boon equal to this. Please bless me with the answer. Now you see how he puts temptations, Trishna, Yama. Yama says, Dutt says, ask for sons and grandsons. Who will live 100 years? Many cattle, elephants, gold, horses. What a list, tempting. Such a big list, and the Lord of Death himself wants to give. Ask for an empire. Choose as many years as you like. Or choose any other boon which is equal to this, but don't ask this question. Ask wealth, ask long life. I will make you the emperor of all, enjoyer of all desires. Ask for all those desires which are difficult to obtain in the world. Bah. Trishna is giving him a big list of temptations. These heavenly maidens, the Apsaras, with chariots and music, which are not obtained by any man, I will give it to you. Don't ask this question. Let them serve you, O Nachiketa, but do not question me as to what comes after death. So, he says here, Nachiketa, so bold, determined. Swamiji's life you read, so many temptations, college days, Narendra. Friends wanted to use him for wrong purposes. They took him to a prostitute's house also. So many things came in Swamiji's mind, heart, but he held on to that principle, that brahmacharya, that truth, and that jahihi trishna, to give up and to throw out all that. That is why he came to Sri Ramakrishna. So now Nachiketa, you see, the old Nachiketa and the modern Vivekananda is Nachiketa for us. Nachiketa says, these are merely things of a day, ephemeral, temporary, quickly they will vanish. O death, they wean away the energy of all the sense organs. Even the longest life is short. These horses and chariots and dances and songs may remain with thee. In fact, some scholars say, Nachiketa asked, it seems, is there anything else left in your list? Tell. He was teasing Yama. And when Yama said, these are the maximum things and everything is there, now listen to me. Everything will be vanished. Man cannot be satisfied by wealth. Can we retain wealth when we behold thee? After seeing you, what is wealth? After listening to you, what is wealth? We shall live only so long as you desire. Only the boon which I have asked is chosen by me. Yama was pleased, and from that second chapter starts the real Upanishad, Kathopanishad. Though, why I am telling you brought this point is, see what this Artha Purushartha and Kama Purushartha are doing to the society, doing to our life, weaning away the energy of man. So Kama Purushartha, you see, third sloka, Nari sthanabhara nabhi desham drishtva maga moha vesham yetan mamsavasadi vikaram manasi vichintaya varam varam. These 4 lines, if I divide it into 2 topics. One is the truth of the physical body. The second is what is to be done. One is the viveka, the second is the vichara, practical application. As I referred to last Sunday, 5th chapter, 22nd shloka. Sri Krishna is telling, Ye hi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha nateshu. These people with buddhi, with that enlightenment or the awareness of truth. Ye hi samsparshaja bhoga, the pleasures which are born of sense contacts are verily a source of suffering, only appearing as enjoyable to worldly people or to the sensual people. Bhoga, dukkha, samsparshaja, they have a beginning and an end. O Arjuna, O Kaunteya, it is for this reason that a wise man, Buddha, does not indulge in them. Na teshu ramate. Ramate means he does not enjoy. He doesn't go there. And next shloka says, 23rd shloka, 5th chapter, 5.23, which is supporting this shloka. Shatnoti haivaya sodhum praksharira vimokshanat kama krododbhavam vegam sayuktassa sukhi naraha. Who is a sukhi? Who is a yukta purusha? One who can hold on to the bhaja, to the Govinda, at a time when there is a storm, there is a vegam, the velocity of kama and krodha. Shaknoti haivaya sodum praksharira vimokshanat. He alone who is able to withstand this in this life. What is this life? Before giving up the body. What he will hold back? The urge of lust and anger. The velocity, vegam. Vegam means force. In Haridwar, when you see Ganga Mata flowing in all her force and coming down, gushing through the mountains, there are chains put there for you to hold on. Unless you are an expert swimmer, you cannot face the velocity which is thundering. Ganga Bhati hai. The rainy season, Mother Ganga is flowing in all her joy and vigor, dashing against the rocks. And then you have to hold the chain and quietly do your snanam and come back. Then also you will be moved here and there. So similarly, the velocity of this, if you have to hold on somewhere. So he says, the strong and the urge of lust and anger is a yogi, and he alone is a happy man. Sa sukhi, sa naraha, who can withstand that force. So in the Kama Purushartha, Kama is such a power. Go back to 3rd chapter. What is it that makes a man do a bad action? Papam. Not just bad, he says papam. Ata kena prayuktoyam papam charati. Purushaha, a purusha, a man, a human being, man, woman, man. What is that I want to know? Baladiva niyojitaha. He is suddenly pushed into it. He doesn't behave like a gentleman. Arjuna's question, very important question. This is called behavioral psychology. Morning bagunnade antam. సాయంత్రం ఏమైంది వాడికి? చూడ్డానికి బాగున్నాడే, ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు యాదవ పనులు? వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ ఫోర్స్? బలాదివ నియోజితః. And Krishna uses the same thing. Kama yesha krodha yesha rajo guna samudbhavaha. Moment he sees the form of a woman or the man, Kama is what you call, that is triggered off in the subconscious mind. And how does it come? What is that source? Rajo guna samudbhavaha. That means all human beings. Then we have to refer to the 14th chapter, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, and say Tamo, the man of Tamas has got that kind of behavior. Rajasic behavior, violent, short-tempered, lustful, restless. So permutation and combination of Tamas Rajas Sattva or Sattva Rajas Tamas is our daily life. Sometimes sattva is more, rajas is less. Fine, good fellow. Sometimes rajas comes up, sattva goes down. He is active, but he can know what is right, what is wrong. But the problem is when sattva and tamas will join together, and he will not know that he is a bad fellow. He will appear good fellow. Much danger a criminal means combination of tamas and rajas. When they are in their mighty or power and what you call fertility, no safety. No safety. Either he will be suffering or he will make others suffer. So the idea of Raja Rishi comes in the Bhagavad Gita and in management, and Swamiji's ideas, Rajanascha Rishayaschate Raja Rishi. Maintain a kingly attitude outside and a saintly attitude inside. You may have higher responsibility. You may be a big fellow, a responsible fellow, an IT fellow, a commissioner, a district collector. You are a Raja. But inside, sage, Rishi. Rajanascha Rishayaschate Raja Rishi. So then society is safe, you are safe, and this kama or nari sthanabhara nabhivesham will not trouble you. And then we go forward, you see. Second sentence, second point here. Etan mamsa vasadi vikaram. You have to think, what is that form that I am seeing in front of me? Sri Ramakrishna mentions. What is there in that human body that men are rushing or women are rushing? It is only flesh, blood, bones, mucus. All that is there only. It's just an external covering. Vikaram only, a form which has been given to the mamsa. This is a new thought process. Patanjali Maharshi says, we call it Pratipaksha Bhavanam. Pratipaksha. A thought has come, an attraction has come, infatuation has come, or some other greed has come. Pratipaksha. What is that Pratipaksha? What is there in that? So that requires a little bit of homework. That it requires turning that power to inside. Otherwise you are caught up in the flood. You are pushed forward to do a crime. Jahishatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. Last sentence, last shloka of the third chapter. How do I conquer it? Jahi, cut it. Kamarupam durasadam. The enemy who is in the form of kama or lust. Jahi. How? Take the axe of knowledge, goddali tisko, and cut at hit that very root of kama. This is the Vedanta sadhana. Nahi, jahi, jahi. The word uses. Muda jahi hi dhanagama trishnam. Earlier shloka. Krishna says, jahi, kill the man. Give up. Hit him at the bottom. So, Shankara is telling here. Etan mamsa vasadi vikaram. Re-educate the mind. Not to run away with wild imaginations and happiness. Again, some people in the tradition or in the modern life, Shankara is criticizing women. No. Where is criticizing the woman? He is telling the man, be careful. He is telling women, be careful of those fellows. So he is telling, be careful of the obsession. In our tradition, along with the Chaturtha Purusharthas, called Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, we have got 4 ashramas. What are the 4 ashramas? Brahmacharya ashrama, from the age of 12 till 24, Gurukula Vasam, Brahmacharyam, girl or boy, should practice some amount of self-control, celibacy. He should take the Brahmacharya Vratam, that comes next point. And then after 24, graduation and Guru Krupa and all that, this one is done. He has a choice. What the choice? He can remain a Brahmachari, serve the Guru, or go back home at 24, 25 and become a Grihastha. And when Grihastha is there, this eligibility or license for child birth and family and raising children is there. So the choice is very clear. After brahmacharya, grihastha. After grihastha, vanaprastha. But that vanaprastha is gone, it has become only what? Old age home. It is not vanaprastha. There's no sadhana there. There's only waiting with the hope that my son will come back from America and feed me with rasagulla. Still they are hoping against hope, poor people. Or they become a bundle of grievances. If they take this sadhana, then real vanaprastha, which is preparing for sannyasa. But the choice in the Upanishads is, in the Vedas is, if a brahmachari feels renunciation, not the passion, not the lust, when he is a brahmachari and he is little illumined by the grace of Guru, then he need not become a grihastha, he can become a sannyasi directly. That is what our tradition in Ramakrishna Math is. So instead of going through the other two of grihastha and vanaprastha, we have taken up sannyasa. Rather, it is like a bypass. Some will come slowly. We wanted to quicken the process because of renunciation. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. So Bhaja Ramakrishna, Bhaja Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna we found that inspiring, attractive, and Mother's grace and Swamiji's blessings and a great satsangam, and said, Tata, goodbye. So Bhaja Govindam becomes a sadhana for us. So Pratipaksha Bhavanam, to rise above the lower realms of evolution, one has to repeatedly do what? Again and again. Repeatedly means varam varam. Varam varam, abhyasam abhyasam. Week after week, don't become weak. You should become strong. How do you become strong? By repeatedly thinking, what is in this varam? What is in this kama? Shankara is knocking on the hallucination, illusory or fascination for the world in the mind of man, which usually exiles him from inner kingdom of joy. Sri Ramakrishna says beautifully, what does he say, Sri Ramakrishna? Look upon every woman as your own mother. He practiced it. All evil thoughts would then fly away. Sri Ramakrishna's medicine for modern man who is in samsara, who is in a destructive mood of lust, attraction of the female body or the male body. His teachings to Swami Turiyanandaji, if somebody has read in detail the life of Swami Turiyanji, will understand Turiyanji was avoiding women because he was Shankarite. He was following all this, he never went that side. Sri Ramakrishna said that would be a problem for him. That's not good. So what did he say? Hari Bhai, Hari, come here. Harinath, think of everyone as your mother. Don't hate, don't run away. He changed the mind of Harinath. That's how Harinath could grow into a full-fledged Advaiti. And at the same time, when you read Swami Turiyanji's letters, what do you see? Oh, mother, mother, mother. Every time he talks about mother, but he was highest state of Turiya Avastha. So Sri Ramakrishna changed his mind. Then Swami Adbhutanandaji says, how do you overcome this problem of kama? He who has learned to discriminate, this is Adbhutanandaji, he who has learned to discriminate can successfully overcome lust and greed. Viveka vichara. Viveka vichara. Yemundi dantlo, yemundi dantlo. So, cultivate your discrimination and conscience. Manassakshi and viveka. How can you struggle against evil tendencies if your intellect is not trained to differentiate between good and evil? First, clear out the rubbish which has entered the mind through the gates of the sense organs. What are the sense organs? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Gnana Indriyas. With that, from childhood till old age, our bank deposit is increasing. Our folders are folders. Folders to the eyes, dangerous. Ears, okay, we can forget some things, but eyes folder, ears folder, nose folder, tongue folder, skin folder, ఐదు ఉన్నాయి. And everything is overloaded now. Grana Indriya. We are not discriminating, so they are making their own virus production. And suddenly open a computer, boot అవటం లేదు, hung అయిపోయింది. Delete it, hard disk is spoiled. Hard disk is spoiled. పోయింది కొత్త hard disk. And he says how to overcome the problem. Clear out the rubbish. That means in your language, format cheyandi. Format. Delete. Even the recycle bin has to be deleted. Adi overflow. Computer gives warning. Be careful. Your this one is not saved, or there is virus. It gives. But what about this supercomputer? We are not bothered. So Adbhutanji is giving us the way to format. After clearing the rubbish, he says, put a no admittance board. Wonderful, very nice. Put a no admittance board in the mind. Sign in front of each gate. What are the 5 gates? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. At every gate, no admittance. Evaru raakodu lopaliki. No entry. And then install the Lord there. Install. In the computer also you install new OS, new software. Consult an expert. This is the way to conquer lust and desire. Adbhutanji made it so simple. So in short, just another 2 minutes, you have to understand 2 swabhava, 2 kamas are there in every human being. The psychology of yoga. One is called agantuka kamaha. Second is swabhavika kamaha. Remember this psychology. Agantuka kamaha, swabhavika kamaha. This tradition way of understanding. Agantuka kama is acquired desire. It varies from individual to individual. Your desires will be different, my desires. My taste will be different, your taste will be different. And it varies from place to place also. A person who is a non-vegetarian in Hyderabad may become a vegetarian in Bangalore. Because his team and his surroundings are like that, so he becomes a veggie. Or a vegetarian can go to America and become a non-vegetarian. Because that temptation, the timing is like that, friends are like that. So it varies. Agantuka. Dress habits, food habits. His routine changes from time to time. But swabhavika kama is the instruction here. Nari stanabhara nabhidesham drishtva maga mohavesham. What is this mohavesham? He says here, it springs from ignorance, springs from error, wrong thinking. Etan mamsa vasadi vikaram. Inside you have to think, inwardly reason. When? Varam, again and again, over and over. Malli. Manasi vichintaya varam. What is in that body is full of flesh, blood and fat. Swabhavika kamaha. This is instinctive. This is already there. That software is born with us. Kamaha. That instinctive attraction, whether it's in animals, whether in human beings, whether in plants, whether in insects, whether in fish, see the world, it's all there. That is how progeny continues. That's how life continues. It's not a sin, it's not a crime. But the attraction, the obsession for a mumukshu is what is the problem. So the attraction between a man and a woman, and how to check the negative effects of the trap or the delusion of the kama is instruction here. So when you have a clear choice, then you No. Brahmacharya, grihastha, etc., etc. Or you have taken a choice, a higher, you want to quicken the process, you are inspired for meditation and say sadhana, then you can become a sannyasi, either manasika sannyasi or bhautika sannyasi. So the man who is not thinking, what does he say? His responsibilities, his choices are confusing. So what is the right choice? It says brahmacharya vratam. Shankara is advocating that brahmacharya vratam. So keep these 2 points and do some research on this. I possess a choice with regard to the activation or promotion or nourishment of swabhavika kama. I possess a choice. Human beings have got buddhi. So that is why Shankara is telling here very clearly, etan mamsavasadi vikaram manasi vichintaya. Who can do the chinta? Human beings can do. The animals cannot do. So we have got that ability. O man, O Modha, why are you again and again falling into the trap? So further lessons we shall do it next Sunday. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
Niro गच्छ शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरान्ते तरसा त्वयि तृप्ता तृष्णा रागे कृते ऋतपथे त्वयि रामकृष्णे मर्त्याहृतं तव पदं मरणोर्मे नाशं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारे शान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेकगम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। शरण्ये त्रय गुणाश्रये गुणामये नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागता दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थे हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। प्रकृतिं परमाम् अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां शरणागतसेवकतोषकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां गुणहीनसुतां अपराधयुतां कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगतां धरणीं भवसागरपारकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां विषयं कुसुमं परिहृत्य सदा चरणामृतशान्तिशुदा तिलभृङ्गमनो भवरोगहरा प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां कृपां कुरु महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु च चरणाश्रयदानेन कृपामयि नमोऽस्तुते लज्जापटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामयि नमोऽस्तुते रामकृष्ण गतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। देवीं प्रसन्नां प्रणतार्तिहन्त्रीं योगीन्द्रपूज्यां युगधर्मपात्रीं तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दया स्वरूपां प्रणमामि नित्यं। स्नेहेन बध्नासि मानोस्मरेयं दोषान् शेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानोदयसे सदोषान् स्वाङ्गे गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रं प्रसीद मातर्विनयेन याचे नित्यं भव स्नेहवती सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदाग्धचित्ते विषिञ्च चित्तं कुरु न सुशान्तम्। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः।
Page 11, page 11. पाहि पाहि गजाननं पार्वतीपुत्र गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वतीपुत्र गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वतीपुत्र गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वतीपुत्र गजानना मूषिकवाहन गजानना मोदकहस्ता गजानना मूषिकवाहन गजानना मोदकहस्ता गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वतीपुत्र गजानना पाहि पाहि
पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
वामन रूप गजानन महेश्वर पुत्र गजानन
वामन रूप गजानन महेश्वर पुत्र गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
विघ्न विनायक गजानन पाद नमस्ते गजानन
विघ्न विनायक गजानन पाद नमस्ते गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन
पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन
पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
मूषिका वाहन गजानन मोदक हस्ता गजानन
मूषिका वाहन गजानन मोदक हस्ता गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
चामर कर्ण गजानन विलंबित सूत्र गजानन
चामर कर्ण गजानन
विलंबित सूत्र गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
वामन रूप गजानन महेश्वर पुत्र गजानन
वामन रूप गजानन
महेश्वर पुत्र गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
विघ्न विनायक गजानन पाद नमस्ते गजानन
विघ्न विनायक गजानन पाद नमस्ते गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पाहि पाहि गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
पाहि पाहि गजानन
पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन पार्वती पुत्र गजानन
Page 55. ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। মা মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। মা মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। মা মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। মা মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। অহর্নিশে অনিমেষে মার মোকনে হার। অহর্নিশে অনিমেষে মার মোকনে হার। তারা 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 বলে হয়ে যাও হারা। অহর্নিশে অনিমেষে মার মোকনে হার। তারা 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 বলে হয়ে যাও হারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। মা ঝঙ্কার মন মধুকর, ঝরুকয় বিরল অখণ্ড অমৃত ধার। অহর্নিশি অনিমে মার মুখনে হার। অহর্নিশি অনিমেষে মার মুখনে হার। তারা 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 বলে হয়ে যাও হারা। অহর্নিশি অনিমেষে মার মুখনে হার। তারা 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 বলে হয়ে যাও হারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। ভজরে শ্যামাপদ পঙ্কজ রাজ, প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। প্রিয় 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 মধু হয়ে মাতোয়ারা। Page 41. Page 41. ত্রিশূলাধারায়ঙ্গা ভাসমান भस्मभूषण व्यालमाला गले विराजे डमरू हर कर बाजे बाजे डमरू हर कर
बाजे बाजे
डमरू हर कर बाजे बाजे
डमरू हर कर बाजे बाजे
त्रिशूलधर भस्मभूषण त्रिशूलधर page 57. সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি।
সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময় তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি। সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা
ইচ্ছাময় তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি।
সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা
পঙ্কে বদ্ধ করো করি, পঙ্গুরে লঙ্কাও গির।
পঙ্কে বদ্ধ করো করি, পঙ্গুরে লঙ্ঘাও গিরে।
কারে দাও মা ব্রহ্মপদ, কারে কর অধগান।
কারে দাও মা ব্রহ্মপদ, কারে করো অধোগামী। সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময় তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি। সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা
আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী, আমি ঘর তুমি ঘরণ।
আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী, আমি ঘর তুমি ঘরণী।
আমি রথ তুমি রথ, যেমনি চালক তেমনি চোর।
আমি রথ তুমি রথি, যেমনি চালক তেমনি চলি। সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময় তারা তুমি, তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা, লোকে বলে করি আমি। সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা সকলি তোমার ইচ্ছা।
పేజ్ 244 244. ముత్యాల మూట కన్న రతనాల రాశి కన్న ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ముత్యాల మూట కన్న రతనాల రాశి కన్న ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ముత్యాల మూట కన్న రతనాల రాశి కన్న ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ముత్యాల మూట కన్న రతనాల రాశి కన్న ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
భక్తి జ్ఞానమిచ్చేది భుక్తి ముక్తినిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. భక్తి జ్ఞానమిచ్చేది భుక్తి ముక్తినిచ్చేది
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
త్యాగంబును పెంచేది ప్రేమను పంచిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
త్యాగంబును పెంచేది ప్రేమను పంచిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
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 పవిత్రతను పెంచేది గమ్యమును చేర్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
పవిత్రతను పెంచేది గమ్యమును చేర్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
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 రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం. జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
పాలు తేనెల కన్నా పంచదార చిలక కన్న మధురాతి మధురము రామకృష్ణ నామం. పాలు తేనెల కన్నా పంచదార చిలక కన్న మధురాతి మధురము
రామకృష్ణ నామం.
మధురాతి మధురము రామకృష్ణ నామం. మధురాతి మధురము
రామకృష్ణ నామం.
అది మధురాతి మధురము రామకృష్ణ నామం. మధురాతి మధురము రామకృష్ణ నామం. సాధుజనుల సాంగత్యం మనకందరికిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
సాధుజనుల సాంగత్యం మనకందరికిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
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 రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామ జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామ జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
వెతలను తొలగించేది వైరాగ్యమునిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
వెతలను తొలగించేది వైరాగ్యమునిచ్చేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. అతి
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
మనసుకు నిలకడనిచ్చి ధ్యాన స్థితిని పెంచేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. మనసుకు నిలకడనిచ్చి ధ్యాన స్థితిని పెంచేది ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం. ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
ఎంతో విలువైనది రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామ జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామ జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం. రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ నామం జయ జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం. ఓం శ్రీ రామకృష్ణ ఓం కృష్ణ నామం కృష్ణ నామం జయ రామకృష్ణ నామం.
రామకృష్ణ నామం రామకృష్ణ
Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam
Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam
Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam Ramakrishna Nam Jai Jai Ramakrishna Namam
పేజ్ 280 280.
ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ
ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా
నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ శారదమ్మ కృపగనవే శాంతి నిమ్మ దాసుడనే
శారదమ్మ కృపగనవే శాంతి నిమ్మ దాసుడనే
నీదు ప్రేమలాలనలో నీదు కరుణ పోషణలో నీదు ప్రేమలాలనలో నీదు కరుణ పోషణలో కనెద బ్రహ్మ పదము నేడు లేరు జగతి నిన్ను బోలు కనెద బ్రహ్మ పదము నేడు లేరు జగతి నిన్ను బ్రోలు ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ
ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ
రామకృష్ణ ధర్మపత్ని సకల లోకమాతృమూర్తి రామకృష్ణ ధర్మపత్ని సకల లోక
లోకమాతృమూర్తి
సుతులగావ భూమి వెలసిన గొలుతునమ్మ మనసారా
సుతులగావ భువి వెలసిన గొలుతునమ్మ మనసార
ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మ నినే నీకు భాగమమ్మ ఎందరినో
బ్రోచినమ్మ నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మ
పరుల దోషమెంచనటి పరమ పావని నీవమ్మా
పరుల దోషమించనటి
పరమ పావని నీవమ్మా వాయను నీ చరణములను సోకి ధన్యుడనౌదునమ్మా
పాయను నీ చరణములను సోకి ధన్యుడనౌదునమ్మ
పాయను నీ చరణములను సోకి ధన్యుడనౌదునమ్మా
పాయను నీ చరణములను
సోకి ధన్యుడనౌదునమ్మా ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మా శారదమ్మ కృపగణవే శాంతి దాసుడనే శారదమ్మ కృపగణవే శాంతి దాసుడనే ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మా ఎందరినో బ్రోచినమ్మా నేనే నీకు భారమమ్మా పేజ్ 320 320 जय परमेश्वर जय यति राजा वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंदा जय परमेश्वर
जय यति राजा वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंदा
जय परमेश्वर जय यति राजा जय
परमेश्वर जय यति राजा
विश्ववन्द्य जय विवेकानंदा जय परमेश्वर जय यति राजा विश्ववन्द्य जय विवेकानंदा जय परमेश्वर जय यति राजा त्यागशीली जय विवेकानंदा जय
परमेश्वर जय यति राजा रामशीली जय विवेकानंदा
जय परमेश्वर जय यति राजा जय
परमेश्वर जय यति राजा
रामकृष्ण प्रिय विवेकानंदा जय परमेश्वर जय यति राजा रामकृष्ण प्रिय विवेकानंदा परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद
जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद
जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा
जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा
रामकृष्ण प्रिय विवेकानंद जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा रामकृष्ण प्रिय विवेकानंद जय परमेश्वर जय यतिराजा वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद जय परमेश्वर
जय यतिराजा वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद
रामकृष्ण प्रिय विवेकानंद रामकृष्ण प्रिय विवेकानंद त्यागशीली जय विवेकानंद त्यागशीली जय विवेकानंद विश्ववन्द्य जय विवेकानंद विश्ववन्द्य जय विवेकानंद वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद वीरेश्वर जय विवेकानंद
Few announcements. Most revered Vice President of Ramakrishna Math and Mission, Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj attend Mahasamadhi on 1st April. In connection with the Mahasamadhi of revered Maharaj, a memorial program will be conducted on coming Thursday, 13th April. This program consists of special puja, bhajan, and memorial talk from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the temple. All the devotees can participate. All the devotees can participate in large numbers. Ramakrishna Sangha Upadhyakshulu Parama Puja Swami Prabhananda Maharaj April 1వ తేదీన మహాసమాధి చెందారు. ఈ సందర్భంగా వచ్చే గురువారం రోజు అంటే ఏప్రిల్ 13వ తేదీన ఒక స్మారక కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. ఉదయం 10 గంటల నుండి 12 గంటల వరకు నిర్వహించబడే ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో విశేష పూజ, భజనలు మరియు స్మారకోపన్యాసం ఉంటాయి. భక్తులందరూ ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ఎక్కువ సంఖ్యలో పాల్గొనవలసిందిగా విజ్ఞప్తి. Coming Sunday on 16th April is Ekadashi. Ramnam Sankirtan will be there after Aaratrikam. All the devotees can participate in this program in large numbers and obtain the grace of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. వచ్చే ఆదివారం ఏప్రిల్ 16వ తేదీన ఏకాదశి పర్వదిన సందర్భంగా ఆరాత్రికం అనంతరం రామనామ సంకీర్తన నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. భక్తులందరూ ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ఎక్కువ సంఖ్యలో పాల్గొని భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణ కృపకు పాత్రకాల్సిందిగా విజ్ఞప్తి.
जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की
जय
जय श्री शारदा माई की
जय
जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज जी की
जय